Hello, everybody. How are we? Happy Christmas Eve. Look, as it's obviously very near Christmas, I don't expect the show to be that busy, so I thought I would just come on, say hello, put on a show for folks who are maybe a wee bit bored. Maybe you're in the middle of wrapping presents, or you're getting Christmas Eve dinner ready, or whatever. And I just thought I'd come on and say a quick hello, take some questions. If you've got any questions you want to send in, by all means, send them in. Um, so yeah, um, High Towers Wednesdays are still on tonight. Don't you worry. 9 p.m. It might be moved up to 7. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll keep you all updated on that. But yeah, just I thought I would come on and say Merry Christmas and thank you for everybody's support. This year has been incredible. Obviously, we've tried to do a few different things with the podcast. We've tried to level it up, if you like, and we can't do that without all your support. So, yeah, thank you very, very much for all that. Now, we usually do a Q&A on a Tuesday night for the members, but I thought, do you know what? It's Christmas Eve. There's not a lot of news come out today, obviously. I could go back over the Nico Raskin stuff. I could go back over the Josh Windass stuff. The left back that we're looking at for Westerlo, whose name has eluded me at the moment. We could have a chat about Connor Barron and the impact he's made. Is he good enough though, long term? Chermiti getting his first goal. There's loads of stuff to talk about, but I thought I would just come on and make this a little bit more of a little bit more informal, a little bit more hello, how are you? And how much have you spent on Christmas? Anybody watching with young kids, I would imagine it's cost you an absolute fortune. Because I know it's cost me a fortune and my daughter's 11. So is anybody going to be up until 1, 2, 3 in the morning building stuff? I'm glad I'm past that stage now, to be honest with you. But yeah, I know the pain of being up until 2 in the morning building bikes and dolls' houses and all sorts of stuff. So get in how much Christmas is not. You don't need to give a number of how much Christmas has cost you. You can make that very apparent just with your comments. How long you're going to be up? What's your plans for Christmas Day? Are you going to visit family? Are you staying home? We've got a show, by the way. It's going to be Wilf, I believe. Andrew's going to be on it. Who else? Trev and Brian are going to be on the Christmas Day show at 12:30 tomorrow. So if you're not doing anything, if you're not busy, if you're a bit bored and you want to tune in and listen to some Rangers content, then we'll be live tomorrow at 12:30 for everybody. So aye, folks, just get your questions in. We'll have a wee back and forth. Why not? What else is there to do on Christmas Eve? It's not as if you are busy, is it? But question, what do you make of the Windass story plus the Morelos mention? I'll be honest, I don't want Josh Windass back because he's an older player and I want us to move forward and I want the scouting at the football club to be better. I want it to be less lazy. I know Danny Rule knows him. I know he was his manager at Sheffield Wednesday, so I get that, there's the links because of that. I do know that the club are interested and have made an approach, which Wrexham aren't that interested in it. The player is happy for the move. The player wants to move. The club want the player. It's just all down to Wrexham, effectively. But again, I'm looking for new faces. I'm looking for fresh faces. I'm looking for players that the manager knows, which may include Josh Windass, but I'm also looking for the scouting department to step up as well and bring us some players in who have got the capacity to change the mentality of this squad. Does Josh Windass have that? I don't think so. Does he have? I don't think he has that to come in and change the mentality of the full squad. But look, I mean, if he comes in, he comes in. If he does well, which I hope he does, if he does come in and he helps us to challenge for leagues and all that sort of stuff, then great, good. But it's not a signing that's going to get a lot of people excited. Um, what I won't accept on this show, folks, what I will not accept on this show is bad jokes. Um, and we've got our fair share of bad jokes already came in. Let me see if I can just find it. If money doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches? Jordy, you're better than that. You're better than that. Paul, Martin, Merry Christmas to you, Lisa, and family tomorrow. Another great year of the Rabble. Thank you very much, Paul. Do you know what I've been really getting into watching, and I don't know why, right? It's this guy. I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel, right? But it's like Drain Australia or something like that. And it's a guy that goes around unclogging drains, and he does it in this commentary way. Honestly, if you've never seen it, go and watch it. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it's absolutely hilarious. I don't know why I brought that up, but do you know, I've watched about 3 of his videos a day alone. Um, I was actually going to do a reaction thing for the members. Just reacting to it, 'cause I was watching it last night and I was in stitches. I was in stitches. You think it's awful viewing, Beep, but it's actually really, really good viewing. It's really, really good viewing. So it is. Yeah, we might be getting joined by Willie Urban. Possibly being joined by Willie Urban. I'm not 100% sure yet, but yeah, I mean, look. Oh no, here we go. Where did Napoleon keep his armies? I don't know. Michelle, where did Napoleon keep his armies? And no, you're not getting a sing along with me. I don't sing. That's not happening. But yeah, but I mean, yeah. Look, what's your guys' thoughts on the Josh Windass thing? Again, it's just not a transfer that excites me, to be honest. It would just be, oh right, okay, we've signed Josh Windass, and the way the manager plays, where does Josh fit into that? Because as far as I was led to believe, he sort of played as a wide midfielder for Wrexham, played off the left or off the right, I think. So where does he fit into Danny Rose free at the back system? Again, I just don't think it's a signing that fits the way the manager wants to play. It could just be me. I don't even know how. I don't even know how he's getting on at Wrexham either, to be honest. And the wages, London, and the wages. To be fair, yeah, absolutely. Any more questions, folks? Again, this show doesn't have a time limit. It could be 10 minutes. It can be half an hour. It can be whatever. I just thought I would throw this on just for anybody who's sitting at home, bored out their nut, and wants to talk a wee bit of Rangers. Because, like I say, it's been an extremely quiet day on the old Rangers news front. There's not been a great deal of it. Obviously, we had the manager's presser the other day as well. But just in terms of overall news, there's not a great deal. There's not a great deal. Hold on, I think we are about to be joined by Wilf Marshall. I'm not sure. Guys, we need to stop the jokes. We need to stop the bad jokes. Give me some good jokes. I mean, I'm happy to take some good jokes off y'all, but I'm not having these bad jokes. Wilf, hello. Are you there, Wilf? Right, well, we can hear him, but he can't hear us. So, what do you mean my last one? Have a look. Right, so I'm gonna take this for Jimmy Snooker, who was a good wrestler. He's better than what we have. Tell me a better player than Windass we have. Answer me this also. Still think Raskin's worth 25 million. Not the way he's currently playing. He's not worth 25 million, Jimmy. Absolutely not. No chance. And is he better than what we have? Well, just because somebody's better than what we have right now doesn't mean they're good enough to play for Rangers. Let's be brutally honest. I'm going to see if I can bring Wilf in now. Wilf, hello.
Hi mate, how you doing?
Yes, not bad, not bad. How are you?
I'm alright. Sorry, I'm on my phone. She's away to do a workout upstairs in my studio, so I just thought I would maybe jump on since I'm just in the door. So,
Well, as long as she doesn't know you're on.
well, she
The
does know
main.
I'm on, she's basically doing a workout right in front of where my laptop is, so it was quicker to come on my phone. So here I am.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Well, this show isn't going to be too long, but just a quick one, Wilf, and probably quite a difficult question for you to kind of sum up for me. But sum up, if you can, Rangers' year in 2025.
Oh, yeah, troubled is probably the best word. Been a sort of a troubled year. I mean, the tail end of last season, I've more or less forgotten about it because the summer was just such a shit show. I mean, Barry Ferguson came in, sort of steadied the ship. We couldn't win at Ibrox, which was very, very strange. And then we brought in Russell Martin, allowed the people in charge at that time to spend an absolute fortune on what we've now found out is particularly poor football players.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think troubled is probably a good word for it, and it's also they've made decisions that have set us back at least a good couple of years on the transfer front, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. I would absolutely say so. What's your Christmas consisting of this year, Wolf?
I've just been up to see my oldest daughter who lives about 30 miles away from me. I don't see her as often as I should. I'm going to see my middle daughter who lives across the road from me just once for my tea. Tomorrow morning, down to Carol's mum and dad's outside Edinburgh. Debbie's joining us there when she finishes work. We'll have Christmas dinner there, stay there tomorrow night, and then just come back up the road on Boxing Day. Because unbelievably, there is no football in Scotland on Boxing Day.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
It's mental. I mean, I'm screaming for a game to go because I like watching live football. And there's not a single game in Scotland on Boxing Day. It's absolutely ludicrous.
It is. It's absolutely mental. There's always football on Boxing Day. That's what Boxing Day's for, the football.
Yep. But we're not. I mean, okay, I get it because it's a Friday. They're playing it on a Saturday. But there's a full programme in England on Friday. Because I even considered driving to Middlesbrough, but I thought by the time I decided I was going to do it, it sold out. So, you know what I mean, and it's a bit of a drive there and back. So
it's a bit of a drive just to go and watch a bit of live football, Wolf, at this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just like watching football. But you know what I mean? It's
question for you, for Jimmy Snooker. This is a Q&A, Wolf, so no questions are off the table. Who does the cooking in your house, Wolf, for Christmas or even New Year's?
Well, tomorrow, neither of us because we're going to our mum and dad's. But I mean, generally speaking, I do the cooking in the house because I'm not even just at Christmas, but generally because I finish work first, so I get home first, and I'll put the tea on. For Christmas, if we're staying at home, we don't make a big deal of it because I'm not really big on Christmas, so I don't make a big deal of it on Christmas Day. New Year's Day, she always wants to do the traditional steak pie, so that's easy. Let's just bang it in the oven. Buy it from the local supermarket.
No, the butcher. You don't go to the butcher for your steak pie.
The butcher I don't want to use is in Glasgow, and I'm not going to Glasgow just to get a steak pie. And I know he would send it to me, but it would cost me twice as much as a steak pie. I do get deliveries from him, kind of maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But I'm not just going to order a steak pie from him because it would cost me twice the price of steak pie and delivery.
Order the steak pie. I'll pick it up. Not this year, obviously. Next year, if Adam's still at Peterhead, and I'll bring it up the week before Christmas, and you can put it in the freezer.
If I thought about it, I could probably have got it sorted out, but I just didn't think about it. But because I'm not that far, don't get that far ahead. So
when it comes to steak pie, Wolf, you can't mess about.
No, I know. And I mean, steak pie from David Cox Butchers in Glasgow, I believe, is the best steak pie in the world. So I will have to try one of these New Years.
Does it come with the sausages for it?
I have no idea. I'm sure if I spoke nicely to my friend that owns it, he'd put in it whatever I wanted them to.
Oh, so you're advertising your mates, right? We'll tell them that's extra.
He's a good blue nose. Hadji's a good blue nose. He's actually one of the 2 guys that started the Club Deck Loyal back in the day. So.
Right.
Hadji's a good friend of mine.
Well, Russell Martin loves a steak pie. I can guarantee you he doesn't. Thoughts on Gerrard's interview with Alan McCoy, Wolf? Have you had a chance to see it yet?
I've only seen excerpts from it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I know the main takeout of it was he said that he's not a magician, and I think it was you that said that was it your trainer thought that was probably because of the sport director and the CEO at the time. I think it was more the squad. I think he's looked at the squad and gone, I can't do anything with that, and that's why he's turned it down. But you would think he'd have looked at the squad before he agreed to the interview.
Yes,
because let's be honest, if it was down to Thirlwell and Stewart, right, and he went to Cavan, I went, I can't work with them. Cavan, I would have got rid of them because they were going anyway.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably more down to the playing squad because let's be honest, you can't make a silk purse out of sow's ear.
No, but surely he would have known that he would have been backed in the January and he would have been able to get his own players in.
Yeah, but what did he do? What did he do in the 4 or 5 months in the meantime? We wouldn't be any better off than we are now. Supposing Gerrard had to come in instead of Danny Rowe, I don't think we'd be any better off than we are now. And you know what I mean? Gerrard would probably be able to attract maybe a higher caliber of player than Danny Rowe can because of his name, possibly. But I mean, you couldn't have brought him until January anyway, so I think we'd be in the same sort of situation.
Possibly. Bear Cohiba 1966, channel member as well. Thank you very much for the super chat. I sum up Wilf Rangers in 2025 with one word: depressing.
That's probably quite a good one. There's loads of words you could use. I mean, depression is one of them. It's a sorry state of affairs. It's not the Rangers I grew up loving. It's not the same. It's not the same club. It's not the same club at all because standards are slipped. But that's not just this year. That's over a number of years of standard. To me, I go on about it all the time. The standards have slipped. These basic standards it does my head in. I mean, I know I'm an old man that shouts at clouds and all that sort of stuff, but there's no excuse for the basic standards not to be there. And if you get the basics right, the rest will follow. I just don't think we can get the basics right. No.
Do you think Kavanagh's learning that though? Well, do you think he's learning what the standards are?
I don't think Kavanagh will learn what the traditional standards are. But I think Kavanagh's biggest takeout from his first 6 months is the fact that he trusted the judgment of somebody that he shouldn't have. He got that completely wrong. Because to me, he left it all to Patrick Stewart. And Patrick Stewart made an ass of him. Because obviously Kavanagh's come in, it's his first shot at being in charge of owning a football club. So obviously he's given it to his chief executive officer, who I think he was probably involved in the hiring of, although he wasn't here at the time. I'm sure he was probably part of that process. And he trusted him to guide the ship, if you like. And basically he was like the captain of Titanic. He saw an iceberg and just went straight for it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, like I say, he's learned from the mistakes that he's already made, Kavanagh.
Hopefully.
In terms of listening to people who don't have a clue what they're talking about. Andrew, who is a channel member, podcast host, and of course the channel sponsor, has now also gifted 5 Rangers Rabble Podcast memberships. So congratulations and Merry Christmas to the people who got those. You can follow us throughout the festive period. We've got a show on tonight. I think it's going to be 7 o'clock. Myself and Alex are going to be doing High Towers Wednesdays. So that's on tonight at 7. Obviously on the public YouTube tomorrow, Wilf will be joined, like I said, by Brian, Andrew and Trev at 12:30 for your Christmas Day show. And then we're back to normal scheduling on Boxing Day. So, Andrew, thank you very much for the gifted memberships, my friend, and congratulations to everybody who got one. And Ian Mitchell, channel member, massive super chat. Thank you very much, Ian. Hi, guys. Missed a good few shows. Fell down a flight of stairs and had a trip to A&E with 4 stitches and a mild concussion. Nice to hear you boys again. Wow, I hope he's all right. Wilf.
That sounds a wee bit. I mean, that's over at the best of times, but in the run up to Christmas, that can't be good. I mean, I hope there's no alcohol involved in the falling down the flight of stairs. But you know what I mean. I thought our Callum might be doing a bit of that in Crystal Palace last week.
Yes,
but,
yes.
Fortunately, he never. A trip to A&E again. I hope that wasn't too long a wait, because I know the wait for A&E up here is ridiculous.
12 hours.
You know what I mean? Yeah, something ridiculous like that. So, I mean, four stitches on my own concussion, that's getting off quite lately, I think.
Yeah, especially falling downstairs. And we other people's asking you, Ian, was it the club deck stairs? Which I'm surprised that Wilf hasn't fallen down at least once yet.
Nah, but remember, I don't drink, so I'm never on them drunk. But I mean, if he fell down the club deck stairs, he'd have more than 4 stitches and a hell of a lot more than a mild concussion because it's an awful long way down.
Oh, he said 6 hours he had to wait at A&E.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
So there we go. Well, I know we're going to be discussing this a lot more as well, but seeing as it's Christmas Eve, we'll probably finish up in a couple of minutes. So I'll just ask you about the Motherwell game coming up at Ibrox and the St Mirren game coming up at Ibrox. I mean, it's a fairly simple question, Wilf. It's 2 games that we absolutely 100% have to win.
Well, as I said earlier in the week, any Rangers team should be looking at Motherwell, St Mirren, Ibrox, and it should be a give me 6 points. It should be give me 3 points both games. However, this Rangers team, you just get absolutely no idea what's going to happen. I'm only looking at it a game at a time. I've only even considered the St Mirren game because I had to put my hand up and say I'd drive down today because one of my mates is driving on Saturday. It's the only reason I've even thought about St Mirren game. Motherwell.
It's going to be tough, the Motherwell game. It's going to be very tough.
Of course it is. The form team in the league, they're scoring goals. They're not losing a lot of goals. Their manager's got them playing quite well. But as always with Rangers, it's going to be critical that we get the first goal because we struggle when we go behind. But my big thing is, when we get the first, we have to get a second fairly quickly after it, because our problem is we can't kill teams off. You know what I mean? I mean, better teams than us aren't killing teams off. I mean, Arsenal nearly got caught last night not killing Crystal Palace off because Palace equalised right in the death. It went straight to penalties, which is quite a novel concept. And you know, that nearly cost Palace their place in the League Cup. Arsenal their place in the League Cup. So it's not just us that can't kill teams off, but we need to be killing teams off. We need to be scoring a couple of times against Motherwell, because I've got absolutely no faith that we can keep a clean sheet. Although I always say we'll never concede a goal, I've got no faith in the defence at all. So we need to take the lead and we need to build on that fairly quickly.
Well, yeah, you're saying that you don't trust the defence. John Souttar could be back for the Old Firm, apparently, Wilf, or even possibly St Mirren. So does that fill you with loads of confidence, Wilf?
Not really, because he wasn't. I mean, he was getting criticised before he went out injured. And
yeah,
he probably is the best. Well. He's probably is the best centre half we've got. My concern is the rush him back, because I can't. You know, I can see them saying, "Okay, we'll throw him in against St Mirren once he breaks down again," because it wouldn't be the first time John Souttar had broken down after an injury. No,
absolutely wouldn't. Jake from the Windy City, which is of course Chicago. Hey guys, huge fan from Chicago. Merry Christmas and keep up the great work. Well, it's funny that Jake should be from the Windy City, because me and Brian are also a fan of the Chicago Bears. And me and Brian have got plans in the future to go over to Chicago and watch a game.
You'll need to remind me which sport that is.
I'm not. Do you know what, Wilf? I'm not. Do you know what? I'm not even going to go there with you, because all you do is slag and then say whatever I say. You just say it's crap because it's not like rugby league. Because it's not like rugby league.
Oh, is it NFL? Is it?
It's yes. It's NFL. But you're just nothing's as good as rugby league, because rugby league's the greatest in the world. Oh.
Rugby league is the greatest sport in the world.
It's nowhere near rugby union.
I'll behave yourself.
It's nowhere near rugby union.
Not argue with you on Christmas Eve. But yeah,
Junkie72 channel member, thank you very much for the super sticker. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. And James Fowler, member, who's been a member for a long time, James. Get well soon, Ian. A Merry Christmas to all the Rabblers. Thank you very much, James. Wilf, mate, I hope you have a lovely day tomorrow. Although you are a bit like me, it's Christmas, isn't it? Kids are growing up.
I find it difficult to explain. I'm not bah humbug, because I don't envy anybody Christmas. I don't say, well, fuck, it's Christmas. I just don't like Christmas. I'm exactly the same as you were saying, I think was it this morning, you don't like the giving presents, but I detest it.
I hate
people giving me presents. Detest it. That's why I keep my birthday quiet. I mean, I keep saying to her folks, look, I appreciate you want to get me something, please don't, but they still do.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that they do. And I appreciate that my kids do. I'd rather they didn't.
Yeah.
But
I'm the same.
For me, as soon as you have kids, the kids get the presents, the adults don't.
That's me and the missus agreed to that. And then every Christmas she'll say to me, "So did you get me anything?" Well, no, because we agreed we're not getting presents.
Yeah.
So
No.
I had to get her something this year.
No, me and Carol don't get each other anything. I do some years, sneakily buy her something, but I've got her nothing this year.
Nothing at all. Because Hearts are going to win the league, so that's present enough.
Possibly, but we don't. If there's something we want, we'll go out and buy it. So I don't get I get it. See, if you get kids, brilliant. Love it with kids. Love it for kids. Fantastic. You know what I mean? Sitting up till fucking 3 o'clock in the morning building Wendy houses and forts and all that sort of nonsense. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore.
No, 100%. I'm glad I don't need to do that anymore either. Paul, I've got no idea what multi-man's cornflakes are going to be like tomorrow. But I know that he does have 2 young children, so I think he's going to be up all night building stuff. But yeah, listen, folks, go and enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve. Join me and Alex at 7 p.m. over on the members channel, either on YouTube, and then it is later uploaded to Patreon if you prefer to listen to your stuff downloaded. Wilf, mate, thank you very much for jumping on.
No problem, mate. No bother at all.
And like I say, folks, thank you so much for all the support that you've shown this year. We'll be back. Normal service will be resumed on Boxing Day. Until then, folks, take care of yourself. Have a great Christmas, and we'll speak very, very soon.